Or maybe Snap Map with some beers. This should be good shit. I can't count, I'm a pick.
Aliens. They exist. And what's more, they're here and they've been walking among us for millions of years. Just look up at the night sky. Each one of those lights is probably an alien.
True.
Shoot at them, and the police show up. Coincidence? Break into the CIA, just looking for clues. They put you on a no-fly list. Coincidence? There are no coincidences, only truth bombs, and the government is holding the fuse, locked up tight in Area 51.
I heckin' knew it.
And so our story begins with one man, Joseph Experience. On June 21st of the
Rest in
solar
peace.
year 2019, Joe spoke to a whistleblower, Bob Lazard. Now, Bob claims to have worked at the Area 51. And so, Joe summoned him to his sensory deprivation satellite, where he could ask him probing questions about that government facility.
Machine that was able to read the size of your dicks.
Yeah.
Huge.
View for yourself this incredible testimony before the UN takes it down.
You used to work at Area 51. When did things get weird?
Well, the way this went down was I only got hands-on with one of them, and I was fucking an alien. It produced a little discharge from the bottom. It was exciting. You know, we turned the lights on, and all these guys are there. So
What in the fuck is this?
we have, you know, actual hardware from another civilization. It's a big...
Guy looks a bit like Stephen
Live in
King.
a house? That's bullshit. I like just swinging around on trees.
Absolutely.
We are the sex organs of the machine world. But for people who don't know, let's give them the bullet points. How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
You don't seem to have any muscle.
You know,
Almost like a frame. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
well, the disc, the flying saucer that I worked on. I saw it sitting there, and I thought, oh my God.
Hey, Bob, it's probably a good idea if you shut up. I worked underground with the aliens. They shot my hand off. They're underground. There's bases. They're shooting lasers through the Earth's crust, and they move them at light speed.
You big fucking
What? I'm not even doing anything.
drop dead
Hey, why don't you come on out to the Nevada desert?
deal.
The fuck out. All right. That's it, folks. Good night.
Give me a hammer. I think it's 5 months, man. Welcome back.
Sent out all over the globe using beams.
Absolutely
And
free.
it started an incredible awakening, inseminating the people's brains.
Oh my.
Knowledge,
Who killed JFK?
flooring them with the revelation of it all.
An orangutan with a spear.
And soon they were bursting with righteous curiosity.
Bigfoot is a human.
This is video by its internet story and
Alright,
check it
here's the
out.
Google searches for Area 51. That big spike there, that's when Joe Rogan put out his podcast. You get the idea. And just see, it reached the right man at just the right time. A 21-year-old named Matthew Roberts.
Where's the
He had
hat?
heard about aliens in Area 51 before.
Guys, I'll check place every once in a while, okay? I'm not gonna constantly do it every time you update me on something.
Believed. He wanted to see him. Real bad. But what could he do? How could he possibly get into Area 51 to check him out?
Facebook.
Think.
Scenario 1. If I ran into Area 51, I would be shot and killed. Scenario 2. If me and all of my friends ran in, we'd both be killed. But Scenario 3. If there were so many of us, thousands, so much fodder that they eventually ran out of bullets, then someone, surely, is gonna get through and touch the government in its special area. My God. Within minutes, he was drafting a Facebook post. They can't stop all of
Wait,
us.
Fortune has Twitch emotes today?
Going to die for the government. Let's do this.
On September 20th, 2019, we'll all meet up at the Area 51 Alien Central Tourist Attraction and coordinate our entry. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens. This event then goes into the ether. And from here, it was up to the Facebook algorithm gods to decide what would happen next.
There's a lot here to be excited about. I think this could be very positive for our society and economy.
People from all across the flat world were receiving the invite, and they began pressing the attending button.
Wow. It's gotta mean that they're all gonna show up. Last time in history, Facebook was relevant.
Within just a couple of days, the event had picked up hundreds of thousands of attendees. People loved the idea so much, they began making memes about how they were going to raid the base. So many I can barely show you a fraction of them, rapid firing them out like the bullets that would soon be gunning them down. And so the event spread, and spread around the internet, eventually morphing into
Everyone who is something is gonna raid Area 51.
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future.
Nigel, a runner.
Null pointer, runner.
Stevens, agent.
Silent, a runner.
Freeman, 713. I am a sentinel.
Everyone's
That
doing
fucking
their
video.
part. Are you? We have the ships. We have the weapons.
Captain, to put his gun down!
We need soldiers. We need you all.
And just like that, the game was on.
Jesus. Go ahead, mate.
And help myself force and 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 force and
Sometimes you just gotta get it out of your system, dude.
Ad time. Here's the new campaign.
Ad gift.
You're gonna love it.
Chat, watch this ad. I'm gonna get a beer.
Plans disappear.
I'm a bit early, but
Dreams take over.
I live. I laugh. I nod. Nod on every device like a blank canvas. I can be here and anywhere.
Jam, a man of fortune.
Will you break these chains?
But wherever I go, there you are.
NordVPN.com/internet history.
NordVPN? Why is there a horse on my screen?
Look, I just
Yeah. There's just an idea. I know what you want. You want the female audience, and I know women. Hello to you, miladies. Have you heard about NordVPN? You should get access to the international
XQC?
Netflix catalog. Never miss another episode of The Handsome Man Show. Oh, don't you hate it when your dishwasher gets region locked? No more. Oh, I feel so safe in NordVPN's big, strong arms, especially with their new product, Threat Protection. It protects me from malicious sites and downloads and
it's true.
trackers and intrusive ads. So think pink. Think NordVPN.com/internet historian. Woo! Because the V in VPN stands for vagina.
I think we've heard enough.
Fine. Alright, I'll do the ads you like. Get Nord! Oh, you could use some threat protection. Take your online safety more seriously. Have you heard about their amazing prices? NordVPN.com/internet historian. Tell them who sent ya. Ad over.
Nice. Okay, chat, real fast. Crazy beer I bought. Look. Bjorgen. It's a sour beer. It's barely beer. This thing's almost more of a cider, but it is a beer. Pineapple, lychee, kiwi, sour. How about that, huh? Oh yeah, it's kind of got Ukrainian colors. You're right.
Shut your stupid.
It's not beer time yet. I'm 5 minutes ahead of time. I'm sorry. It just seemed fitting. It's not worth like the $4 I paid for it, but it's got a lot of flavors.
Welcome to the mission brief. Let's do a bit of background on Area 51. Secret military base, first developed in 1955. This is what it looks like on Google Maps. It's approximately this big. Total area size, 51. And the volume,
Coincidence?
a big mystery.
I think not.
Until 1997, the government refused to even acknowledge that it existed. That is, until they were forced to by lawsuit. That lawsuit was about the death of 2 men who were former employees. And how did they die? Well, not aliens, but rather toxic fumes from burning garbage. Yeah, so what they would do is burn a whole bunch of cool, high-tech refuse on the lot, let the deadly smoke blow downwind, and the staff was stuck breathing it in. A few years later, bing bing bong, cancer. Other than that, the public hasn't really been.
Hang a rank number for 21 months.
So all people can do is speculate as to what the hell is going on in there.
I think that they are keeping remnants of a UFO there.
We don't know if it's aliens. We don't know if it's time travel. We don't know if there's minions in there.
Virtual reality that seems so incredibly sexy.
But what has been leaked is that they do test flights on new alien craft. Motherfucker, don't you tease me.
I think Tasker 1
new alien
for
tech.
7 months.
Breed the latest version of the newest, gayest frog. Do not get it confused with Roswell. That's over here. Area 51's over here. And the final thing that we know is that security is top notch. They have that thing locked down. So, you want to break in anyway. Okay, but it's going to require some research.
Isn't he okay too tall or not?
Thing to find out. Has anyone ever tried breaking in before?
Has anyone ever been far even has decided
several times. In fact, in January of 2019, an unnamed man broke through security barriers and drove 8 miles into the base. He got out of his car with a metal cylinder in his hands, and the military opened fire.
What?
He was shot dead at the scene. And there was this time when a film crew from the BBC was arrested for trying to get in.
This is BBC News.
This time when a vacationing family of 4 went off track. You get the idea. They're not messing around.
Put your fucking hands up. I'm not going to tell you again.
But there's one story to top them all. And we'll disguise his identity, but he is my personal hero. The month is November. The location, Las Vegas. And the protagonist, a professional limo driver. Now, he's more than a little unhinged. He decides to start harassing and sending death threats to a lawyer, whom we think was going to represent his defense for this incident. If
Holy
you've ever
shit!
seen this TikTok, that's our boy doing donuts and driving backwards down the Las Vegas Strip. Anyway, fast forward 3 weeks. It's like 6 in the morning and this guy is already doing donuts at a car park near the airport. Then he decides to drive from
Guys, I will check r/place every once in a while, okay? I'm not gonna drop everything I'm doing to check it every time someone tells me to check it.
Car park into the airport itself. Offense? No problem. He drives right through it and onto the runway. He's just driving around, whizzing between planes, almost crashing several times, before eventually parking on a ramp. At this point, he jumps out, puts on a clown mask, and storms right up to a private jet.
We live in a society.
He announces, aggressively, to the flight staff that there is a bomb in his limo. Quote, "I have a fucking bomb. I'm going to blow this place up." His plan? To commandeer this private jet and take it to Area 51.
Of course.
However, as sound as this plan was, the quick response by police meant that it wasn't really working out. So, he bails back to his limo, tries to make an escape, until eventually police catch up with him. At that point, he is quickly arrested.
Hard to escape in a fucking
him in for
limo.
questioning, and he starts telling them, "That's right, I did it to see the aliens." He also told them to refer to him as the Chosen One. And, by the way, I have high security clearance.
It seems sane.
Also, I'm involved with the mob. And someone owes me millions of dollars. Later on, the bomb defusal crew checks out the limo and determines that it's just a fire extinguisher with a bunch of wires and duct tape and some fairy lights. Now, at some point, he gets out, presumably on bail, and CNN reporters walk up to him and start asking him questions. No statements from me, he says, but you should talk to my lawyer. And then he proceeds to hand them the business card of the lawyer that he's been sending death threats to for the last 3 weeks.
Interesting.
Amazing. After all that, the judge ordered that he be sent to a mental hospital for assessment. Or so they say.
Ooh, how convenient.
Okay, so people have really died trying to do this. That means we're going to have to be a little more covert. So over at Area 51 HQ, the military can see that Facebook numbers have reached 1 million. And it doesn't take a genius to calculate that even if just 1% of them show up, that's... Wait a minute. Run those numbers.
That's 1,000 people.
This many people. In a crowd
10,000, I can't do
math.
math.
There's bound to be at least a few who'll do something stupid. In fact, the military took it so serial that they even went over the nuances.
1 million is 1,000,000. I remember now, chat.
This is a real slide,
not
by the way.
100,000.
And it required a real demonstration, of course. Now, some undercover operative then took a photo of that brief, and they uploaded it to Reddit.
They intend to use our tactics against us.
Alright, so if the military decides to do this, things could go pretty badly for Matthew. So Matthew goes back to his mind palace.
Think.
Let's not keep saying it's a raid. Instead, let's do a music festival. This would give Matthew an alibi and throw authorities off the scent.
Thank you, Rebooted Life, for the 8 months.
Festival. For the government, let's do this.
Alright, Reddit, here it is. Alien Stock 2019. The official EDM party. Hosted by Matthew Roberts. Set to take place in Rachel, Nevada. A town that just so happens to neighbor Area 51. It has 50 total residents.
Damn.
And practically no infrastructure. Perfect. Yeah,
Wait,
nice
that's the town? That's the whole town right here? It's just a bunch of fucking, what are they called? No, that's not what they're called. Trailers, basically, yeah. Runa J, thanks for the 34 months. Why do people live like this? Just move forehead.
And practically no infrastructure. Perfect. Yeah, nice try, fellas, said the military. And the captains and the generals all started planning
is
their
this bully
own
music?
EDM party. With the deep state. 3 groups in particular. Introducing Group E, the E local state police. Police have their work cut out for them because, owing to this party, they think there could be upwards of 50,000 people descending upon the little town of Rachel.
Lincoln County commissioners trying to tackle the tough task of preparing for a potential inundation of people, and Sheriff Kerry Lee has less than 30 deputies.
The county declares a state of emergency.
What in tarnation?
$250,000.
Look at all them city folks coming out
for the
here.
weekend of the raid, as well as an extra 300 police officers and paramedics.
That many people are going to stress the community to the point that we can't cope with it.
This is some of the most exciting stuff that I've ever gotten to work on. And
Hold on, Mark. Group D, the defense.
Dude, here's what you do. You take a loan and you buy like vending machines or something like that. You just put a bunch of vending machines all over the place and just make millions.
I'm gonna take out my gun and shoot somebody.
So the FBI agents that showed up, they showed up at 10 a.m. They contacted
someone
my
steals
mom,
it.
and you're like, so she texted me, she's like,
Food
FBI's
truck.
here, answer your phone. So because I was kind of scared at this point, but...
This report from the Nevada Department of Public Safety was released last year, and it features some very interesting details. For example, they caught a group of YouTubers trying to plant a tracker on the bus that goes to and from the base.
We're gonna pull an epic prank.
Highly illegal. And you may not be that surprised to hear that the military isn't actually that worried about people breaking into the base. Turns out, they have automated weapons. Not automatic weapons. Automated.
Deadly
whatever
force
that is.
countermeasures.
No. Instead, they think there's potential that real terrorists will, do the thing, or a thing. So, counterterrorism was given a budget to sweep for chemical, biological, radiological, and explosive material. Although, nothing was found. And there's just one last group getting involved as well.
This game is frozen.
Corporate press. disinformation agents in the mainstream media were getting involved. They immediately started warning people not to raid.
Use of lethal force authorized.
Spouting contempt for the Stormers.
What started as a joke Facebook event quickly turned into a phenomenon reaching
Well, it
millions.
began as a joke, but now
The
it's
US
turned
Air
into
Force is taking
something
these
much
threats
more serious.
AstroTurfing campaigns by Late Night Haha Man number 1 through 7.
It's much more likely they'll see them tasers.
Laugh it all up.
Lol.
It's just a big joke.
People who say they're interested just keeps growing. Faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens.
And they weren't afraid to give some of the biggest, brainest takes you've ever heard.
It's not clear the 1.1 million Facebook followers who said they are going to storm Area 51 are real and not Russian bots.
You're a goddamn genius.
Fine.
Holy shit, chat. Sick progress.
We'll make you take us seriously. Let the training begin.
Well, it's basically done, man. Now what?
And speaking of that, I think it's time for my workout.
And so the Raiders began training.
We train for Area 51, so let's go.
Damage. They began pushing their bodies.
It doesn't fit the
pushing their will.
Template.
Pushing their spirits. Pushing their minds. Pushing their friends and family's patience to the limit.
Who wants to come with me to kick some alien butt? In September, join me. We out.
And that's what fitness will be like in the metaverse.
As we zero in on the day of the raid, the count is up to 2 million attendees, and that puts us on par with the world's largest standing army. So to coordinate all of these troops, we'll need a battle strategy.
Lay it on us.
From r/memes, intel was being filtered down to the troops. Groups such as the Minecraft YouTubers, the Normies, the Weebs, Facebook moms, the Piles, the Chads, the Crackheads,
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
Florida Man, the Australians, the gay Reddit mods.
Okay, this thread is locked.
And the North
Posting of wide, hard.
Thank you, Xana Bilek, for the 30 months, man. Thank you.
Korean defectors. They all had their role to play. So, Godzilla comes in from the east while the Australians make a distraction that allows the minion cosplayers to breach from the south. Of course, these very serious strategies would have to be disguised as memes so that they could be spread across YouTube, Reddit, and TikTok without the threat of being... Although, not everyone was
Hey, Kajikon, I appreciate the 11 months. Thank you, man. Welcome back.
Tech savvy. Authorities managed to nab one of the main cartographers, and they pressured him into an interview on the television.
It took me a total of 5 minutes to put this image together. It was sort of like a
bet.
strategy almost.
It was completely rooted in satire.
Thank you, Jacob, for the 2 years, man. I really appreciate it. Welcome back. Yeah, this guy's got a Jesus vibe going on.
It was just completely rooted in satire.
And no one should raid. This is just completely a joke.
And completely just a joke.
Mission counting sheeple complete. You can take him out.
Oh.
Okay, so remember how we're not raiding anymore and it's just a music festival?
Yes.
Wink, 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 wink. Well, bad news.
Okay, so it sounds like you maybe are looking at changing venues. Possibly.
Possibly.
It's all up in the air. We're putting Maddie on the spot here.
There's a lot of challenges, so.
But it's 2 weeks away, so. It's kind of got to like figure it out, I guess, somewhat soon, right?
Yeah, it's all kind of falling apart. See, Matthew had organized alien stock with a few other people, but his main business partner was Connie West.
I didn't plan it. It planned me.
But Matthew is the headliner. His name is attached to everything. And he's starting to get worried about a fire festival type situation in the desert.
Be a Firefest 2.0.
He wanted to make sure there's plenty of water, food, security, insurance, etc., etc. And here, deals and communications start to break down. Eventually, there's a lawsuit and it's kind of boring.
Things that they were supposed to pay for, I'm stuck paying for.
Aww. We're going to skip it. But the TLDR is that they had a disagreement and Connie said,
I don't have to prove to you what I spent. You didn't sign a fucking contract with me to begin with. So guess what? I don't need to prove to you a motherfucking thing.
And Matthew said, Matthew then took $70,000 worth of sponsorship money and declared alien stock in Rachel.
Wait, what did that say? Kept and unjustly retained the $70,000 wired by Pornhub for their personal benefit. Of course Pornhub sponsored this thing. Thank you JQB for 10 months, man. Welcome back. Yeah, the eyes are a bit too high on the OK, I think.
Matthew then took $70,000 worth of sponsorship money and declared alien stock in Rachel.
Chat, fill out the empty area with purple.
But then, at the same time, Bud Light...
Like the corners.
They say, hey, why not do it here? In the Vegas.
No, it has to have some color.
Lighting, indoor plumbing. It has everything. Matthew said yes. And then using the website for alien stock, he told everyone to not go to Rachel.
Okay, black then. Sorry. Go black then. No, don't go black. Then you ruin the outline. Don't go black. It's gonna have to have some color, otherwise it'll just look dumb. What should it be then? You know what? We could do a checkboard.
And instead, to go to Vegas. Welcome to Alien Stock Las Vegas. Sponsored
Leave
by
it
Bud
be
Light.
and let someone else fill it in.
Also
Fine,
Pornhub,
whatever.
But it's a long story. Connie was left to pick up the pieces.
Oh no.
However, she would not be discouraged so easily. She decided to press on.
It's going to be a great party. No matter what, it's going to be a great party.
She had to take full control
Surely.
of the event in Rachel, dipping into her savings and even mortgaging her home.
I'm working out of my own pocket.
I think this is a liability. I'm out.
I don't understand. Why did she need to do that? It's not like people bought tickets, did they?
Claire, what's going on?
It's not on her that it's a good party, right?
It's worth doing a very fast recap because there's an event in Rachel that's been declared cancelled but also not cancelled. Also, I forgot to mention there's an event in Hiko that isn't cancelled but it will be on the second day. There's also that third festival in Las Vegas which has the former promoter of the first one and they both share the same damn name. And none of this has anything to do with the actual raid on Area 51, which is here, which has several gated entrances by the way, and none of them have been declared the official gathering point. Confused?
No.
Yeah, pretty much everyone was. It's a goddamn mess. People, rightfully, put the whole thing in the too hard basket, and instead of going to one in the middle of nowhere, just went to the one in Vegas.
That was the one? It looked pretty big though.
Fast forward.
In the Champions Club.
Thank you, Roppy, for that gifted sub.
To the weekend of the raid. For better or worse, Rachel is about to open its doors to the millennials.
Hell yeah! Encore now has come to an abrupt halt.
Don't let the aliens get you, kid.
Do you believe in aliens?
I don't. Run! Get out of here!
Oh, you know, I want to hear about the alien liberal agenda. They could have some good talking points. We don't know. To protect my mind from interference.
Did Channel 5 News go here? Hello, Terabuck.
It could be anything stuff, but it's alien stuff.
How do you see you walking with that shirt up over your head like that?
I know. And the first ones are supposed to be always, the best ones. Paranormal lawyer, PhD level field investigator.
Stuff in downtown Las Vegas. Did they change the name, or is it still alien stock?
I think I'm on my highest high I've ever been in my life. Look at it.
Wow.
And we are taking a look kind of the area here. You've done a lot of work in a very short period of time.
The security's here, the medical's here, the food is here, the people are here.
You did it, Connie.
And most importantly,
the aliens are here.
toilets are here.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I just went through a breakup, guys.
Well, it wasn't quite the event
What?
that they had hoped for, but they did do a commendable job of acting retarded for the news.
This is the most fun I've ever had in my life.
You think of yourself as a
I do. Here for scientific reasons.
This is like the most millennial thing that's ever happened.
But don't let's forget, Hiko, or the Heiko. No one knows how to pronounce it. This event was being hosted by George Harris of the Alien Research Center.
The owner of the center is Las Vegas businessman George Harris,
Interesting.
creator of Alien Tequila.
You want to have fun.
I think they are lowering the ice. I can already see people are realigning the top of the head, right?
You want to have a great look. It's a great day.
Base camp was equipped
Though that one looks too low, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, the side-by-side comparison isn't 100% accurate.
A vendor village of 10 food trucks, a gift shop, and 3-time Grammy
I trust that you
Award
counted
winner
it.
Paul Oakenfold.
Should be right? Okay.
I was told there's a lot of people coming.
Well, right now things are kind of slow at the Heiko event here, so that's kind of a disappointment.
Now, Heiko Base Camp was expecting somewhere between 1,000 and 20,000 attendees. It's quite a range.
Maybe 50 people here.
Clapping some alien cheeks.
Yeah, but no cheeks are clapped
where's
at
the
all.
cheeks?
None.
Where's
Zero
the cheeks?
This is like the first of a big thing.
Dude, even the alien on the logo is unpleased.
This
Do you
is
see
like
that?
the first of a big thing.
But it wasn't. In fact, it seems as though the majority of the attendees were actually the press.
One lady believed that her parents is actually alien.
So, after
What?
the first night, they decided to cut their losses and cancel the whole event.
You know, the producers of the show, it's very, very, very expensive. And it just didn't make sense.
Because basically all of the attendees were stolen by...
Alien Stock 2019.
Damn, this thing is actually bumping though.
We were going to go out to Rachel, and then we decided that we didn't want to get stuck in the desert. As much as I like Mad Max, I don't want to live it.
The Las Vegas Alien Stock, sponsored by Bud Light, was a smash hit. They've got carnival rides.
I didn't know about
photo
this.
ops, Video games, and even a pool. No running.
Who could have predicted this? You make a post at 2 a.m. on a page that has 62 likes, and now you have thousands of people that are ready.
I was also looking at that guy.
It's absolutely amazing.
Back at Military HQ in Anne Orlando, operations were ramping up. They're adding more guards, upping the security, and enforcing a no-fly zone across the county. They were even infiltrating raider groups.
You could be standing next to an officer and not even know it. There's a,
Like a-
Wow, imposters.
And they were giving stern warnings from the PR team. They posted this tweet. The last thing millennials will see if they attempt to raid Area 51 today.
Sorry to disappoint you, Yugi. Huh? You triggered my trap
My trap card.
Millennials immediately seized upon the tweet, doing what they do best by pretending to be offended, successfully having the tweet taken down, and forcing a public apology.
I'm retarded.
Alright, this video is getting very long. Let's hurry up to the main event. The raid.
Here we go. Pass my popcorn, chat.
Hey, are you coming?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're realigning the height. Good girl. What the fuck, chat? Doug, Sig.
いかがなされたさあ、する私が入って門を開けます敵は何千人もいます今奴らを程度よく手やれ
This isn't actually what happened though, right? Wow. Naruto fanfic.
めった打ちにしてやりましょう。もう開けろ！もう開けろ！
父に別れを告げ奴らの息をくじいてまいった
What's happening? No, I can't. You can only zoom in like clicks.
砂を浴びせ鼻を折ります。はい。
I mean, he made a long animation on this thing.
勝利は人がもたらすもの
Here.
Limo guy. Wait, it took one. Wait, when did this happen again? Oh. Okay then. All that remains. Oh. Okay. Toot. But wait, there's more. Nani? Monster. This is definitely how it went down. I remember. Ding 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 ding. Finally, it's time. Ay, Lamau.
Thank you for saving us. We are so grateful and horny.
What?
And yes, we wish to be your big titty goth alien GF. And you won't be a virgin Reddit browser anymore.
Well,
that's what they were hoping for, to get laid.
Quite like that. It was pretty close to something like that. Although I guess you could say that only a small group showed up to the main gates themselves.
Well, a million people.
Of over 2 million people, in total only about 200 actually went. But it's not about the quantity, it's the quality that counts.
Nice outfit.
Thank you.
The fuck?
Throw him over.
People mostly behaved themselves.
I mean, I think it's awesome. You guys are following the laws, following directions. So. Yeah.
But they weren't about to leave without a consolation prize. Get some of the Area 51 soil. Top secret rock. Top secret rock.
Where are they? You can have it. It's from Area 51.
Thank you.
Okay.
Also present at the raid were a few YouTubers.
So I came here to get myself to
Elixir! Didn't that kid used to do content with Ice Poseidon?
It's like Halloween, but we're just annoying people.
Good way to summarize it.
Are you guys gamers? Play games? No? You watch anime?
Yeah, so you got the rebellious youth, and then you got people trying to lure E.T. into a cage with Reese's Pieces and stuff. That's a pretty good summary of the crowd that you have out here this weekend.
But respect to the true heroes. Security. For keeping everyone... Ah, just kidding. It's the guys who got underneath this fence. God bless them.
Oh, no!
And this cameraman, whose foot raided the base.
Wow.
That's a foot I see.
And this random woman who decides to just start walking. Police, right there. No one's stopping her.
Why?
Oh my god. She's gonna make it. She's going home. She gets charged for trespassing and receives a $1,000 fine.
Rip.
But soon it was time to wrap
The
up.
storm is over.
Because everyone's mums were there to pick them up. And if they were late again, there would be big trouble.
No.
Hey, good night, everyone.
No tendies.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep now.
Elixir.
Psych, it's not over.
Oh.
There's one more thing that I want to tell you about today.
Because storming Area 51 would go on to inspire a plethora of other events. The storming of Loch Ness. That thing can't hide from all of us.
This is what the Zoomers refer to as
We think we've seen it.
What did it look like?
It looks like a big stone.
What?
Over 27,000 said they were going. Actual number 6. Okay, fine. Storm the Bermuda Triangle, why not? It can't drown all of us. And potentially millions actually went. But the evidence would be lost, so how would you know?
I am under the water.
Fair.
Please help me.
Or how about storm the Vatican? They can't molest us all. Interesting twist on that one, though. Someone cancelled the event.
No.
But overall, everyone had a pretty good time. Isn't that what Area 51 was really built for? It's something like that, you know what I mean? I haven't quite...
Awesome stuff. Shout out to Internet Historian for yet another stellar video. That's an update from me, bro.